So, those were 6 student questions. We're doing pretty good here. I've got 6 faculty-related questions for you. And occasionally I have to, like, fit something in somewhere just to get 6. But faculty are embracing the concept of shared electronic learning objects. That's going to be your first vote on the next slide. Online faculty work harder. As faculty become facilitators rather than teachers, they are less and less important in the e-learning classroom. So you can vote now on the question of, are faculty embracing the concept of shared electronic learning objects? Is that true or false? Reality or myth? And if you don't know what a shared electronic learning object is, you haven't come to enough of these conferences. So sign up for next year before you leave here. All right. Travis, remember our numbers here.
Same? Almost?
Very good. All right, 84% say that's a myth. Here's your next one. Online faculty work harder. And it's not, harder than what? Okay, harder than people who don't teach online, but, harder than those other faculty members. And I know somebody say, you mean harder than me? I mean, you, whatever. All right, done? You're very speedy. I appreciate that. And the answer, did I click it? I think I missed it. Yeah, I did. Okay, try it again. Maybe my mouse is not there. Well, okay, now. So we put 200 or 300 non-e-learning people in here. Are they going to answer that the same way? No. So we have our perspective that is different. As faculty become facilitators rather than teachers, they are less and less important. And now, I put this statement on because I hear all the time that, you're more of a facilitator thing. So if you don't agree with the statement at all, you might, but the question is that changing the role of the nature of being a faculty member? Are they less important because of the changing role is really what you're answering there. All right? Looks like you're pretty much all done. 90% say that that's a myth. Well, job security is a good thing. I understand. You know what? Administrators are not getting any less important either. I feel my tongue out of my cheek. All right, 3 more questions for faculty. Web accessibility is not my job. Entertaining students is not my job. And highly interactive online courses are better than courses with little interaction. And I stuck that in the faculty one because it's pretty much up to faculty to make interaction happen, so that's why it's a faculty question. So, faculty say web accessibility is not my job. If that's what you hear people say, then that's a reality for you. If you don't, that's a myth for you. And we're almost done. And the answer is 2/3 say, yeah. Now, I know that some people may have answered that question a little bit differently. I wanted to see. Some people may have been saying, well, yeah, they say that, but it's not true that they say that. And others are saying that, yeah, that's true. It's not my job. Okay, so that would be another question that I'm not going to ask you right now, but a question to kind of start parsing that out as to what part of that you meant. Well, what I want you to say again is whether you believe that this is this what you hear in e-learning, is that entertaining students is not my job. And actually, learning, entertaining students is not my job. Not as many people want to answer that. 72%. Travis, you got that? You're very helpful, by the way. Thank you. And the last question of this section. Highly interactive courses are better than courses with little interaction. Reality or myth? Highly interactive courses are better. Generally speaking, more interaction, good. Little interaction, bad. True or false? All right, we'll look at those answers and we'll talk about these 6 a little bit. 72%. All right, well, here we go. That first question, me see if I can advance. I can use those too. Okay. The first question had to do about learning objects. Well, here's some questions I have. And if we can already answer it, you say, well, no, this isn't happening. Well, clearly not. I mean, 5, 6 years ago, oh, learning objects, the next greatest thing. Can you define SCORM? How many of you can? 3 of you. Perfect. Do you know what a SCO is? 4 of you. All right. Name 3 different ways that you can use an LOR effectively. Or what's an LOR? Yeah. Well, I don't know. I've been hearing the learning object is to solve all of our problems for at least 5 years. And I just don't see any movement towards that direction. And then when you throw in the whole sharing part, that might be the whole, as soon as that sharing word comes in, that might be what kept it from going any further than it did. All right, so Travis, what they say about online faculty work harder? About 60% yes or something? 62%. 62% said yes, online faculty work harder. You know, yeah, some of them do, some of them don't, but I'd still say interactive, engaged in terms that are coming on other slides, but faculty members work hard regardless of the delivered method if they're good faculty members. I have seen, not in my college very much, only at other places. I have seen those electronic correspondence courses that you set up the course and you don't know if there's a faculty member there at all. Those, you know, I know none of your colleges have those, but they're out there. They really are. Now, even if you have some faculty members that work hard, you know, we have faculty members from, remember the picture of Duluth in February? We have a couple of faculty members who live in Florida and Arizona and teach their online courses for Lake Superior College. God love them. First of all, they're good faculty members, and second of all, I don't have an issue with that. That's wonderful. But I'm going to temper the whole, I would work pretty hard too to get some of those benefits that I can get from some of the flexibility. Some of the same reasons that students take online learning can be great reasons for people to teach online. Now, not everybody has the same situation there, but working hard is either in you or it isn't, as far as I'm concerned. And I know plenty of people who don't work very hard teaching online. Luckily, I know a lot more who do, and that's a good thing. Hello, thank you. Okay. I got to tell you that this is your job. And you know, this is all I can say is, if you don't think you need to be concerned about web accessibility, then don't teach online. Please, don't. I mean, which of us next is going to have the big, you know, it's not just the targets and the people like that who get sued for web accessibility, but how lucky have we been in 10, 12 years of pretty much escaping this. Now, some people are doing really good work in this field. I know you are. And we're trying on our campus, too. We're doing some stuff, but still, even though we've got some mandatory training in place, I'd say we've got 20% of our faculty members who have completed that training, faculty members who have completed that training, who probably have a clue. And that's not to be a web accessibility expert. That's to just have an idea. So you don't do stuff like that. Because it happens. And worse, of course, but I mean, just for example, and that's not just for people, you know, with any kind of a disability, that's for every one of us, you know, I mean, that's pretty bad stuff. I love this one. All right. What was the number, Travis? I forget.
72.
Agreed that it's not my job. Well, because, I mean, everybody says it must be true, right? Well, come on. If you don't think that entertaining students is your job, then why are you teaching at all? Now, maybe we define entertaining different. I don't mean sing and dance, because I'm not doing any of that either. But, so change the word entertain to engage. Does it really change the meaning very much? If you're, you know, engaging the student, now would you say it's not my job to engage students? Don't get paid to engage. As far as I'm concerned, I mean, entertainment is not, you know, Hollywood necessarily. It is getting your students involved in what's going on, and I think it's absolutely our job, all of our jobs. And the last one here on this group was a whole question about interaction, and I think we had a pretty good number who said, yeah, interactive courses are better, generally speaking, than non-interactive courses. And you know what? I agree. I absolutely do. The thing that bugs me, and this is just a pet peeve of mine, I used to do full 1-hour workshops on interaction, And the whole question of, most people don't seem to know what the heck it is. I think we're getting actually a little bit better about that. But I read so much stuff about how you have interactive content. So if you've got some artificial intelligence working in your classes that can actually respond to a student response that's not some canned, this is the only response I know to give you, then you might have some interactive content. But most of us don't have that. You know, I think of interactive content as when I'm reading a book, you know, that author and I are interacting. You know, it's like, well, guess what? You really aren't, and neither are you, and the rest of the stuff. It takes two people. The other one, and this is just stupid, I know, but I like it a lot. And that is, you know, each one of you right now is interacting with your chair. Because you are doing your part by sitting on that chair, and that chair is doing its part by holding you up. You know, it's an interactive relationship, apparently, just like some of the useless animation I see that somebody says, oh, it's interactive. No, it's not interactive. So, and that's the other thing. I go to a lot of conferences I have over the years, and boy, you talk about sessions about interaction, and sometimes they're talking about interaction between people. Yes, that's what it is. But if you only have one person, you're not going to be very interactive. We got one more set of questions here. I actually have extra questions, but if we run out, I can just keep going. But I don't know where we were.